Okay, so let's take a closer look at the sleeves. I already did one, or at least went a little bit further there. Added some more folds and stuff. Sometimes it just looks good with the basic material. I, try different materials, like I said. Do a quick render. The setup from last tutorial. And go back to the waxy, and let's look at the other sleeve, and I'll show you how I got to that result with the one sleeve. You should have a pretty good idea right now how to do this, but yeah, you can never see enough, I guess, and you guys can always skip this one if you feel that you've seen enough fold sculpting. I'll skip around a little bit and try to keep it interesting and tell new stuff. I know it's hard, but for me to tell new stuff, but I'm trying. All right, so again, go down a couple of subdivisions and start with the bigger folds, and it's bunched up again. And the fabric sort of creates these little rolls, if that's a correct way to say it. Wouldn't say that I'm as successful in all places as I want to be, but yeah, it's important to keep going. You can always smooth it out and start over. Don't be afraid to just make bold shapes. In the here in the fold of the arm, the fabric would bend a lot of times, so it's always sort of it always got little folds, even if it's relatively straight. And it's important to think about it. And at this point, the arm is really not that bended, so I'm just creating some folds there. Just make sure to support them, and I always like these sort of undercuts, which stand out really nicely against the silhouette. As you can see, the fold around the elbow, or the what do you call the inside of the elbow, the nook of the arm. Is that so? Well, and also I'm just trying to create interesting shapes which sort of flow into each other, because folds are very organic and one goes into the other in a lot of different ways, but still yeah, still makes this its own shape. Man, it's really hard to explain. You gotta look at your own sleeves while you do it. That's what I do, and it gives me ideas, and then I try. I don't copy it exactly. I just go like, oh right, that's a good idea, or that's a nice fold, and so then I create some basic shapes and try to make it look more real. Well, that's it's hard to describe your own process, I guess. See, looking at from far again, it can look very different from if you're close up. You can lose sight of the big picture, and it's important. At first, I wanted to have them quite tight, so there's less folding of the fabric, but I decided against it. I don't know, it just fell out of touch with the rest of the figure. Okay, I'm gonna jump ahead a little bit. We've seen this before with the pants and stuff, so let's see. So I've actually added a subdivision, and I'm just adding some smaller, sharper folds, same as you've seen on the pants. I just wanted to show you this little bit. Just sort of enforce the shapes you made. Some folds can be really soft, but it's nice to have like a nice balance between hard folds and soft folds. And yeah, I really felt we needed some bigger folds up here, which sort of go into organically into the folds more to the end of the sleeve. Let's get a bigger brush. This is one of the things what happens if you got too much subdivisions and you try to do big strokes. They become a bit uneven, sort of bubbly. You can you know, and I do the same thing. I just forget to go back down. But it's easier to avoid this if you start smaller. And well, you know, I'm making the mistake myself. Should go down a few subdivisions and just have some patience. But it's hard when you're in the flow. You just want to, you know, do this little thing or just do the extra thing, and you really gotta control yourself. It's just a lot of extra. You can fix it. You can fix anything. It just takes a lot of extra time, and you know, well, maybe it's not worth it. The top is of course obscured by this shirt sleeve. Okay, so we're going to do a quick render with the same setup as the last tutorial. Just add a basic shader, and then next tutorial we'll look at assigning some materials so we can get a better idea. Doesn't mean we're done with adding details, but yeah, just wanted to show you guys some differently.